What's up, y'all? Bro, there's some tweet, like some people on Twitter, social media, whatever it is, and their whole purpose is to engagement bait, to socially farm you, right? They want to get you triggered. They want to rage bait you. They want to do this. They want to do that. They have a very small scope of like intelligence and perspective into the world. So I have a tweet here, right? And it goes back to this video. So it says, by Dr. Malouf, as part of the multicultural curriculum in Denmark, children now have to learn and perform Islamic prayers. What would you call this abuse? Right? So it's just a bunch of little kids getting down, praying, and that's pretty much it. Right? And it's probably like culture, like appreciation, right? This account constantly berates Muslims every day, talking about migrants, talking about killings and stabbings and murders and rapes and all this stuff. And at a certain point, I kept popping up on my feed, and I was like, "Oh my god, am I gonna get radicalized?" Because I'm seeing this shit in real time with these videos, and I'm just like sitting there, like, it's looking pretty bad. It's looking pretty bad. So I tweeted, the account owner of this tweet is such a pussy that he's scared of free thought and he thinks everyone cannot think for themselves and we're all just mindless sheep. Brother, you have to connect to God and form a connection in whatever religion you choose. How about instead of constantly complaining about Islam, you decide to become strong leaders in your community and teach your kids religion? Let them choose. Some religions have a nasty history, other religions were peaceful. Others had war with demons and people. Let them choose. Teach your kids discernment at a young age. This fear mongering and engagement farming should get you very low ad revenue. I mean it, guys. Like, I know we're here for free speech. You can't really like Twitter is viral. It's a hectic platform. Hundreds of millions of people use it. But it's just like, damn, bro. Like, if I was advertising, I would not want my ads on like right wing centrist or right wing focused propaganda. I wouldn't want my ads there. I don't want any of my stuff there. And I hope with AI, if AI is able to read and watch videos and dissect things, we get better things like that. And these people like this are not allowed to make too much money on X. They get penalized for constantly abusing this behavior. Now I know this free speech, it is what it is. He's saying this stuff and he's not coming off as mean or whatever it is. But bro, it is radicalizing many youth. Many youth around the world. I watched this come on my feed several times. Bro, there's bad people in every religion. There's extremists in every religion. I'm not gonna lie, Islam has been getting catching the work for a while on Twitter and shit. It is what it is, right? But I'll continue reading the tweet. I asked advertising companies to be harsher on these posts. These posts ain't it. You're actively radicalizing youth and your audience for a war that isn't there. The Muslim takeover won't happen in a lot of households and in a lot of places in the world. Look to America, who were terrorists with their CIA coups all over South America and the Middle East. Fuck off. Most of these Muslims love their country back home and had to flee due to war. Learn to be accepting, loving, compassionate, and kind. The Christian way. I ask you all to unfollow this guy. There's a bunch of liberal Muslims who are cool people, active citizens, and they want to save lives across the world. Use your freedom of speech and protest actively. War is not the answer. Guys, I mean it, man. Like, when we were in high school, we had like a differentiation of like IQ, right? So we had special ed, and then we had applied, and then we had academic. Applied were normal people. Academic was for the more smarter people. Special ed was for people who were a little bit dumber, a little bit on the low IQ side. When we graduate and go into university, college, or jobs, or whatever it is, into society, we are not separated anymore. I see people who are special ed protesting and thinking they have active opinions, but they are easily falling for propaganda. They are easily falling for bullshit. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, man. Like, it's just sad, bro. I think one day there should be an AI that monitors your social media, and there should be a government mandate. It monitors your social media, not in a bad way, but just hear me out. Some people are against it already, I know, but just hear me out. I want to monitor people's social media, so when you read a post like this, or when you watch a video like that, or whatever it is, it gives you an AI summary of the week and say, don't fall for this propaganda. And it'll give you bullet points and it'll read it out in like Alexa's voice or whatever it is. It'll be prestige with you, so you'll always have a tutor with you at all times during social media. A vet, like you'll be vetted all the time. This prevents radicalization. It prevents propaganda and increases literacy. It increases the brain, increases critical thinking. It helps people across the board, right? And on Twitter right now, what we have is we have basically, no, just look at this shit, bro. This guy constantly posts about Islam, bro. I gotta mute this guy. But what we have is basically like, I forgot what I was gonna say, man. Well, sorry. What we have on Twitter is basically community notes, right? So we have community notes, and we know all this shit, and we look past them, and we move forward. Guys, these religions are very, very old. They're very, very old, but that's not really an excuse. I know in the Quran it says there has to be a takeover. It says to kill people for this. It says to do this to this. In Christianity, it says to kill the gays and all this shit. I understand, but we as a society have moved forward. We have moved past killing. We have come up with laws and morals and ethics. We have moved past this stuff. And I hope you could too, man. And before you guys start arguing about religion, I want to remind you in Hinduism, we are in the 51st universe. Christianity and Islam are barely one universe old. Okay, so like there's levels to this religious stuff, man. There's real levels to this religious stuff. And I want you guys to understand when you go on Twitter, you'll be radicalized. You'll see a lot of hatred. You'll see a lot of racism. You'll see a lot of bullshit. It is what it is, bro. The MAGA crowd is ridiculous sometimes. I see so much bigotry. It is what it is. It gets outvoted everywhere. And I made a post about this the other day talking about how other countries are invading our politics and other races because there's so many of them because it's a worldwide platform. Um, they're all over our feeds. They're all over our feeds. They're everywhere. And a like is still a like no matter where it comes from. It has the same value everywhere, from a racist to a normal person to a genius. Same levels all across the board. I don't like that. I don't like that my opinion is the same value as someone who's supremely uneducated or disabled. I don't like that at all. And I might be like this might be like a new argument in the future, but I'm telling you as a man who earned his university degree, I believe I am one of the more academically applied people in society. I read laws, I read the news, I study up on stuff, I learn stuff. I'm actively using my brain. I don't just socially opt out and go on TikTok and doom scroll for hours and say fuck it, man. I don't. I'm gonna turn off my brain today. That is not me. That is not me. That is not me. And I personally believe that in the future there will be a social media app that differentiates this shit. So when we have likes, they'll be separated into like IQ portions. Oh, this is very popular with people who have low IQ. This is very popular with people who have high IQ. We'll be able to see that type of stuff. You take a simple IQ test. You say you have a degree, whatever it is, your literacy rate, whatever it is, it'll show differentiation, right? So like embedded analytics. So right now on Twitter, we just have a heart. I can heart this tweet, whatever it is, right? I can unlike this tweet. But if we open the post up and look for insights, it'll say there's a large amount of people with a postgraduate degree who like this post. A large amount of people with no degree who like this post. It is what it is, my guy. It is what it is, and I'm not gonna lie. That would encourage advertisers to really work with creators and say, you know what, this dude's smart and his audience is very smart. We want to get those people into AI, into technology, into the arts, into academics, into books, into reading, into mathematics. That would help people a lot, right? So, and like I personally believe, bro, I'm here to help out the world. I'm here to live with impact and die with impact. I personally believe we have a lot of work to do on social media, man. I'm on the internet all day, all day. You can call me a social media addict, but I'm on the internet all day, and I love it. I love social media. I'm on the shit all day. Constant information coming in, constantly learning, constantly seeing stuff, and then I see beautiful women all over my feed, art and all this stuff, and I'm just like, damn, bro. Like, thank God I'm straight. This shit's fucking awesome. This shit is awesome to me. Now, of course, sometimes it's gay people and trans people that come on my feed. I just ignore it and keep scrolling. It is what it is. I have no hatred or malice for them, but I'm just not into that shit, bro. I'm just not into it. It is what it is. I'm a normal straight man. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to things on Twitter. They're about to apparently release a Vine version of their platform, and we'll see what happens with that. Great things are on the way, and I hope you guys don't give up on humanity anytime soon. Like, there's so many great things in the works. We just got to give it some time, bro. We just got to give it some time. And to be honest, bro, I see myself as a young CEO. I might be making my own social media apps and doing crazy shit one day, just because I could. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Stick around for the community support. Join the Discord. Join the Reddit. I hope you guys embrace humanity, and I hope you guys choose not to be hateful, choose to be accepting, and choose to use your discernment. Stay away from negative people. Stay away from bigoted people. Stay away from radicalized people. Do research on your own government and see the propaganda that they're pushing. See the bullshit that they're pushing. Be woke. Become woke. All right, guys? The USA might have looked like they cleaned up, but they have not cleaned up at all. And we see this with the tariffs. We see all this bullshit going on. They are plotting. They are plotting. But like this, right? Governments around the world bought U.S. debt, bonds, whatever it is. They bought the U.S. debt. USA is saying that we're going to cut taxes, whatever it is, but then they increase the money supply. They dilute your purchasing power. They lower the DXY, the American dollar, and basically the people that bought that debt, their money is worth less. They're dumping the interest, they're dumping the race, they're dumping all that stuff onto the rest of the world. Bullshit. That is what I call bullshit. Right? And these countries, they're all yes men. They're just saying, fuck it, bro. It's the USA's world, bro. It's this, it's that. No, it's not. They lost in Vietnam. They barely survived in fucking the Middle East and Iraq and shit. They barely survived in Afghanistan and shit, bro. They got clapped left and right. It's ridiculous, bro. It's fucking ridiculous, man. And we're at the point of morality where a lot of people will not fight for their country. A lot of people will say, fuck it, bro. This is not my fucking war. I don't give a fuck about these people. I don't give a fuck about this. I just want to live. I just want to live on a farm and do good things. Raise my own family. Raise my own family. Be a person that watches TV. Goes to the city sometimes. I want to live a peaceful life. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Thank you. God bless.